Hey guys, let's talk about fatigue in the booth and what it means and what we can do to combat it. So, typically, when you become fatigued voicing a script, maybe it's a long format narration, maybe you've been on a live directed session for a while. You have to be really careful because when you become fatigued, you might start to go into what I call autopilot. And autopilot basically means that you kind of take yourself up out of the story and kind of just read the material. And that becomes not a most desirable thing when you want to deliver your best work. So what I do is I make sure that when I'm in the booth, I'm taking frequent breaks. I make sure to do that. I make sure that I shake it out. I go outside of my booth, maybe pet my cat, maybe get a drink of water. And that helps me to kind of refresh myself and get myself back into a creative mode and not necessarily fatigued and then simply staring at the words and then regurgitating the words without actually being immersed in the story. The other is make sure that you're prepared before you start recording to understand the purpose of the script, to understand the story behind the script, and who you are and who you're talking to, because that will help you prepare yourself to tell that story or teach that lesson. And then when you're in the booth, you can be fully immersed in teaching the lesson or telling the story. So make sure that you try to catch yourself before you go on autopilot, because your reads can sound great in the beginning of your script, but by the time you hit the end of your script, you may just be a robot. And so make sure that when you're auditioning or you're doing your work that you take frequent breaks, make sure you're hydrated, and make sure you keep yourself immersed in that story. Hope that helps, guys.